Imagine for a moment. You're staring at the ocean, a gentle breeze on your face. Suddenly, a wave appears on the horizon. Not just any wave, a wall of water, 1,000 feet tall, stretching as far as you can see, hurtling towards you at the speed of a jet plane. Impossible, right? A Hollywood fantasy? Wrong. Thousands of years ago, off the coast of Africa, the ocean did something far more terrifying. It didn't just create a wave, it weaponized a mountain. It flung 700-ton boulders, the size of houses, hundreds of miles inland, like a child tossing pebbles. This wasn't a bad day at the beach. This was a mega-tsunami that made the devastating 2004 Indonesian and 2011 Japanese tsunamis look like mere ripples in a kiddie pool. A true, oh my God, what just happened moment brought to you by Mother Nature. We all know tsunamis are scary. The 2011 Japan tsunami sent waves 133 feet high. The 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami, while slightly smaller, tragically claimed over 200,000 lives across multiple countries. Now try to wrap your mind around something infinitely worse. For the longest time, scientists believed waves of such colossal size were pure fiction. But then they found them. These gargantuan boulders, scattered far inland, undeniable proof. The math was chilling. Only waves approximately 800 feet tall could have caused such geological mayhem. And the culprit? Not the usual suspect, an underwater earthquake, but something far more dramatic. A volcano that literally imploded into the ocean, triggering one of the most powerful tsunamis Earth has ever witnessed. We often associate tsunamis with shifting tectonic plates, the Earth's crust getting into a geological slap fight. But volcanoes? Oh, they have an equally terrifying, if not more explosive, tsunami potential. Take Krakatoa in Indonesia. In 1883, this volcano erupted non-stop for 6 months before exploding with a bang heard all the way in Australia. It unleashed tsunamis nearly 100 feet tall. Impressive, yes, but still just a toe dip compared to the full cannonball from that ancient mega-tsunami. The volcano behind that ancient catastrophe was immense. It didn't just crumble, it shed a chunk 10 times the size of Mount Everest. 10 Everests! It was as if the Earth decided to casually throw a mountain into the Atlantic just for kicks. When that entire side of the volcano belly flopped into the sea, it unleashed waves so colossal they could submerge the Statue of Liberty 3 times over. It even obliterated an island more than 30 miles away. This real-life Michael Bay movie scene was orchestrated by a volcano named Fogo, located on, you guessed it, Fogo Island. This entire island is essentially a single massive volcano that rose from the sea, thanks to a magma hotspot, a place where Earth's molten core perpetually bubbles up. Over millennia, this magma cooled and stacked like pancakes, eventually forming Fogo Island after 7 major eruptions, literally popping out of the ocean like it was playing peekaboo. Surprise! It's a volcano! But Fogo's dramatic entrance was also a ticking time bomb. The larger a volcano grows, the heavier it gets. And if there isn't enough internal magma to support its immense weight, the whole thing can simply collapse. Sometimes it doesn't take much. A minor earthquake, erosion, or a flimsy foundation of soft sediment. It's like a really tall person trying to balance on a pile of marbles. Fogo had all the unlucky ingredients. Too tall, too heavy, and built on squishy ground. And it gets worse. As the volcano's weight increases, it squeezes the magma beneath it. This molten rock can't rise, so it simmers, thickening like soup left on a burner too long. Gases build up, pressure mounts, and eventually, kaboom! It's the volcanic equivalent of eating too many burritos and then trying to hold in a sneeze. This immense pressure and instability can trigger a flank collapse. Science speak for, oops, half the volcano just fell into the ocean. That's precisely what happened to Fogo. Most volcanic islands formed this way are long gone, but Fogo is still very much alive and kicking. Its last eruption was in 2014, and considering its roughly 20-year eruption cycle, you might want to skip Fogo Island around 2034. For a long time, scientists believed only these massive, bulky volcanic islands were prone to such catastrophic collapses. But new research suggests even smaller, skinnier islands, the Danny DeVitos of the island world, aren't safe. Their smaller mass merely makes them seem stable. It's like Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger both slipping on ice. Arnold's fall might cause more chaos, but Danny can still go flying. And those little collapses, they matter. Take Santa Maria, a tiny island about 170 times smaller than Hawaii. It has collapsed multiple times, not because it wanted to, but because it's basically standing on soggy breadcrumbs, loose marine sediment. To make matters worse, it's right next to the East Azores Fault, where three tectonic plates meet for daily slap fights. This fault is responsible for countless earthquakes and even some past tsunamis that hit Lisbon. Imagine living directly above that. Every time Santa Maria's volcano erupts and grows, it also sinks. But when a chunk collapses, it bounces back up like a buoy. This seamount to island roller coaster means Santa Maria has been popping in and out of the ocean like a submarine playing peekaboo, and with every peak comes the potential for a tsunami. Another volcano with similar trust issues is Pacaya in Guatemala. Between 2011 and 2013, scientists detected strange soil movements, tiny shifts suggesting something restless beneath. Sure enough, in 2014, Pacaya erupted. Luckily, it didn't collapse, but that risk still looms, especially if magma gets trapped like it did with Fogo. The consequences could be explosive, literally. About 1,000 years ago, Pacaya did experience a collapse, sending debris avalanches more than 15 miles away. Since then, it's rebuilt itself like a fiery phoenix, but it could crumble again. That's why volcanologists obsess over the tiniest wobbles. It's not paranoia if the mountain really might fall. Now, you might be thinking, okay, but that was the past. Surely that kind of ridiculous mega-tsunami collapse can't happen again, right? Welcome to the 21st century. Islands like Hawaii, La Palma in Spain, and various parts of the Caribbean are sitting on the same kind of geological whoopee cushions. All it takes is the right combination: a loose foundation, steep slopes, maybe some trapped magma, and boom, flank collapse. In fact, it's already happened recently. In 2018, Anak Krakatoa, the volcanic baby of the infamous Krakatoa, lost a significant chunk of itself during an eruption. It caused a tsunami, but it was more awkward than devastating, like a volcano losing its pants on stage. Embarrassing, but survivable. But that's just amateur hour compared to history's true showstoppers. Ritter Island's 1888 collapse was so intense that the island literally got shorter, shrinking from over 2,000 feet tall to a mere 460 feet. But the record holder is the legendary Lituya Bay megasplash from 1958, where a 7.8 magnitude earthquake triggered a massive landslide that sent a wave taller than the Empire State Building roaring through Alaska at highway speeds. Strangely, only 5 lives were lost there, but the path of destruction it carved is still visible from space today. And here's a thought you probably never considered for your island getaway. Melting glaciers and ice caps can make volcanoes collapse too. As they melt, there's a sudden decrease in pressure on Earth's crust, destabilizing entire volcanoes. It's called isostatic rebound, like suddenly yanking a chair out from under someone who's been sitting still for centuries. Whoops. Also, some volcanic islands grow outward as lava pours into the sea, creating unstable platforms known as lava deltas. These deltas can collapse without warning, taking newly formed land and sometimes unwitting tourists right back into the ocean. No pressure though, just, maybe avoid exploring steaming new land. So yeah, next time you're lounging on a beachy volcanic island thinking, wow, this place is paradise, just remember, it might also be a ticking geological time bomb with a flair for the dramatic. From ancient mountain-sized cannonballs to surprise lava deltas, volcanoes have a history of keeping things spicy. That's it for today. If we've sufficiently pacified your curiosity, give this video a like and share it with your friends. Or if you're hungry for more, just click on these videos and stay on the Mano Facts of Science.